Also, we'll be exploring the positive effects of COVID-19 from the developer of Boma Estate right here in Kikuyu, and later on a review of the EPS building technology. This is undoubtedly Property Focus, your window into the world of architecture, building construction and real estate. Get comfortable, get kosher. I'm your host, Peter Ngigi. As we learned from last week's episode, the pandemic has not cast gloom on all segments in the property market. Actually, the affordable zones have recorded steady growth in terms of investments over the last 2 quarters. We have a developer whose business has been quite progressive in spite of the pandemic. Let's hear what she has to say. Welcome to Property Focus, Carol.
Thank you, Peter, for having me today.
Now, as a developer, what informed your decision to take on this path of building affordable homes?
Having worked in the real estate industry for the last 10 years, the demand for housing is high. Because currently in Kenya, as we speak, the demand every year is 250,000 yearly, and the market is able to supply 50,000 per year. And narrowing down to Nairobi demand is 120,000 houses every year, and the market is only able to supply 35,000 every year. So we are left with a deficit of 85,000 houses to be supplied every single year. And we thought it is high time to also venture in the real estate industry, and specifically affordable housing, because we want to demystify the myth of owning houses is expensive. Yes.
Now, we're in the middle of a pandemic. How has this affected the uptake of real estate products here in Kenya?
Real estate has been affected because many people who purchased with us, they start by putting a deposit and having commitments of paying every single month. So these clients, some lost their jobs and some were forced to work from home with half pay. So they were forced to come back to the office to renegotiate for the payment terms, and others were also forced to withdraw from purchasing because they could no longer afford the units. Again, we saw young people coming on board and really looking to invest, because all of a sudden they realized that they have been staying in apartments, and when the pandemic came, they realized that they could not go out, they could not breathe, the kids didn't have freedom, and now they are looking forward to invest and have a place to call home. So we have experienced demand is high now in the market. On top of that, we were able to introduce a gated estate in the market, which the uptake has been really good, because we realized that people have small disposable income that they can start planning themselves with by buying a piece of plot and starting to build on their own pace.
Other than price, what would you say are the market drivers for property in affordable zones?
People are looking for serenity, people are looking for space, and also people are attracted to infrastructure, especially roads. Like where we are seated today, the Southern Bypass is just next to us. And being next to the Southern Bypass, someone can commute from here to town using 3 different routes, from here to the next county, without the interference of the CBD.
Give us your parting shots.
I'll call upon all the young people to start their investments early, because whatever you invest when you are young, that's what you'll eat on when you are old. Come buy for yourself, buy for your parents, and also parents, buy for your kids, because you need your kids to be stable in the future, and we make this industry grow together.
And thank you for coming on to Property Focus.
Thank you very much, Peter, for having me today. Where we are seated today is called Boma Estate. The estate is actually sold out, so I'm calling upon all the young people to invest, and let's grow this country together.
And there you have it from Carol Lontubu, a developer who's building affordable homes. Up next, we've got the Prime Properties. Stay tuned.